Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for choosing to sit through this module today, wherever you are, at whatever time it may be. My name is Erin Nicole Vidar, and I will be leading you through the Communication and Leadership module today. Feel free to speed me up, slow me down, pause, and take a break as needed, and I hope you find this information useful. By the end of today's presentation, you should be able to understand how assertiveness benefits communication in the context of leadership, and you should learn at least one aspect of public speaking that can be improved by assertiveness, and you should also learn at least one problem-solving skill that you can utilize in leadership settings. I wanted to open this conversation about communication with this quote by Audre Lorde. "When we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard nor welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak." The reason I chose this quote is to encourage you to use your voice, even if you may be intimidated by doing so. Whether you're silent or vocal, there can still be some fear or shyness about it. So it's better to say something if you think it's important or beneficial than nothing at all. Today, I will be emphasizing assertiveness as a communication and leadership skill. And before you get any thoughts about it, I don't mean assertiveness as aggression or anything. Assertiveness can be swapped out with self-confidence or just the ability to stand up for yourself or your work. Assertiveness is a balancing act between your wants and needs and the wants and needs of others. And without the courage to be assertive, a lot of communication can be lost. It's important to focus on the need for balance and communication in the workplace, group project, or even your own friendships and relationships at home. As you can see from the SpongeBob SquarePants scene on the right, it's important to be assertive in some form so people don't figuratively or literally sit or step on you. Nobody needs to be plankton and take over Bikini Bottom, but you also need to have more assertive communication than SpongeBob. So now that we've hopefully transformed what assertiveness means to your communication and leadership skills, we're going to move on to assertiveness and public speaking skills. Remember, assertiveness can be swapped out for confidence or courage, which are skills you need to develop when public speaking, whether you're in front of one person or 100 people. Not only can assertiveness be shown physically with your appearance, being open, relaxed, and calm with your body language, or verbally with your language and tone, having a positive, clear, and professional spoken language, but also with your ability to facilitate a group conversation and maintain the dynamic between you and your audience, group, or conversation. If you are the one leading or co-leading a workshop, make sure to model active listening when you're facilitating conversation, but also assert yourself enough to maintain the balance of ideas that may bounce between you and the people or person in your audience. Don't let one person or idea dominate the conversation unless it's for the good of the whole group. Again, assertiveness is a balancing act. So, using what we've learned from the importance of being an assertive leader and how we can be assertive communicators, let's dive a little bit into these concepts and skills for for solving problems or issues in our workplaces, team or group project settings, or even at home. Let's say that you're in a group project for a class or work, and you have a problem with someone not contributing their part of the project. They still show up to group meetings, but their work isn't showing up. This means that there's an imbalance between your wants and needs and theirs. It's important to understand this is a good situation to assert yourself and communicate with your group. However, to maintain balance within your group, it's important to identify the problem, which is that work isn't getting done. Use I statements and emphasize your perspective while allowing others to voice their own. Helping the group open up and balancing the dynamics of your individual concerns will help form options on how you can all support each other better. From there, you can evaluate your options, implement what works for all of you. And finally, it's important to learn from this experience. The big takeaway here is to say something, communicate assertively, not aggressively, no matter how frustrating it may be, and work together to resolve the situation to get your project done. Hopefully, it can be ideal for everyone. To conclude, being an assertive communicator is foundational for working with individuals or groups in a leadership context and life in general. You don't want to get figuratively or literally stepped on. There are different ways to be assertive, and it's definitely a journey to gain the confidence to communicate your wants and needs, but also hear and process the wants and needs of others. Your voice and opinions matter, and it's up to you to make them heard. I wanted to leave you off with this quote from Maggie Kuhn: "Speak your mind even if your voice shakes." Again, your voice matters, and I hope you're able to use it more with the information from this module. Again, my name is Erin Nicole Vidar. Thank you for listening, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.